What is up, YouTube? FirePhoenixKing here today, and today we're actually going to be discussing about one of the Nintendo games that was announcing at Ubisoft's press conference, and that is Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. But before we do, I do have someone with me today, very special guest from the Fireflower Power team, and that is Mr. LegendofGroose. How's it going, Mr. Groose? It's definitely been a while.
Yeah, it has. It feels great to be back talking about Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, and
So,
what's
thanks for inviting me.
yeah, well, the thing is, it's what's really interesting is when I was watching this, is you started messaging us that you were watching it. So I don't think the other team members have watched it. So I wanted to get someone that actually was actually watching it. And what I first want to start talking about is that I was actually surprised that they started out with this Mario game. Very very. I found it to be very interesting. I didn't think Ubisoft was gonna actually put that like right at the beginning. I kind of knew they were gonna present it, but not at the beginning. I mean, that's like that was, I don't
Mhm.
know. I just thought that was cool. I guess.
The very first thing. I'm surprised that they showed it because I thought that Nintendo might have wanted to save it for themselves, but
Yeah, that too.
they gave it to Ubisoft, and that it was really cool. It was really cool that Miyamoto was able to come out.
Oh yes.
Miyamoto and Bill. Um, they had that little thing where they were holding the guns.
Yes. Yeah, that was really cool. I was actually clapping and stuff when that happened. I mean, cause I'm also into like the whole like this is the whole at the end, like, yes, they, like he was saying, is they do compete, as in terms of software, but at the end of the day, it's like it's but one big industry, and we're kind of seeing that mostly from Nintendo, because Nintendo, is this company where they were really careful to who they were working with, and now they're kind of starting to loosen up, and really cool. But what I want to hear is, you actually said this gameplay, got your attention, and what do you want to talk about the gameplay? Like,
Yeah, it really did get my attention just because it's like they said, it's really nothing that we've seen Mario in before, which is exciting. I mean, the Rabbids are there, and some people feel how they feel about the Rabbids,
right.
but it's really interesting to see this like strategy, like XCOM kind of style game, like done with Mario, and we're gonna even get the I mean, it is pretty much like a standard Mario game, so we're gonna get all of the stuff from it. It's like whenever Square made Super Mario RPG, and everybody was freaking out about how you take like the turn-based style of Final Fantasy, but you add the Mario stuff to it. So now we're getting kind of the same thing here. We're getting like a turn-based like XCOM kind of game, but with Mario stuff in it. And how is that gonna change it, spice it up? But it's looking like really cool. There's a lot of cool mechanics I saw in there that like how one one character can like boost another one so that you can cover
Yeah.
like more distance. And I don't. It's looking like the strategy could actually be like pretty deep, which is kind of. I mean, I don't know if I want to say surprising because
Right.
that sounds mean, but
No,
but
you're good. I
but
mean,
yeah, it looks good.
yeah, these are definitely like our first key impressions, and just note to everybody that's listening, we this isn't like this is like right off after the E3 conference,
Mhm.
but yeah, like you said, man. I mean, that's just the best word to put it, and it's not to be mean, but it was surprising of how they were doing this. Um, what I want to just talk about is the rabbits, like like I know a lot of people feel a certain way with the rabbits, but hopefully it does give it. I think they're there just for like the comical relief of the game. I mean, I feel like I don't think they really have like a function in the game. I mean, obviously they do have like a function in the game in terms of the
Yeah,
gameplay.
they're the minions. They're
Yeah,
the
they're the mains.
I think it's a good way for Ubisoft to kind of show like, hey, like this is our part of the game. Like we're developing it, and so we're
Yeah.
gonna have our characters in it.
Yeah, because like everybody knows, like Mario belongs to Nintendo, and then the Rabbids belong to, Ubisoft, and it's like just seeing those two icons, you. But what was interesting is people that may not know, as or they're not Nintendo fans. This game probably either caught their eye, or the other, or felt indifferent about it. But hopefully this also brings a lot more people to get the Switch, because the Switch, even though it's good, it's at a good pace, it still needs, games at the end of the day, just like any other console. And so that's where it just all comes down to. But this game, man, I mean, I was talking, I was telling myself that, just seeing this, I'm definitely gonna get it day one. And it's different for a lot of people. And you like to also talk about how, like, some games, well, you want more games on the Switch, and that's perfectly fine. But this game, I mean, I don't know, man. There's something. I think it's more charming. Like, I like it. I saw it and I was like, this is pretty cool. Maybe it's just because it is a game changer. Like, it's not a typical Nintendo game, but it's not something we've seen before, sort of.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's in
it's
that,
brand
and
it's
it's
brand
in
new
that.
for Mario.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's in that sort of way, and I think it's really, really cool. Um, but let's see. But what else do you want to talk about the game? Is there anything else that caught your eye?
I mean, you know, just like kind of like rewatching the gameplay. I'm, the like the hub world looks kind of interesting. Like I'm wondering how, because we were talking a little bit before of how about it looks like it's going to be pretty linear, which is okay. Um, but like I don't know how the overworlds are going to like be, if there's going to be anything for you to do during them. It looks like there's going to be some puzzle solving elements
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
outside of combat, but it looks like combat is definitely going to be the main thing of the game.
Yeah, cause they even have their own like little section for it, like your little battling section. I would say that every time I do think of RPG, I think of open worldness. I guess that's just how in my gamer head, like that's what I put RPG with.
Yeah,
Um,
it depends. It
yeah,
depends on the game.
and like today, I've and I'm I've kind of saw that RPG doesn't necessarily have to be open world, but that's just how I like. Every time I hear RPG, like poof, I think open world game. And this is definitely gonna be one of those games where I'm definitely gonna try out, and hopefully it does well, because if it does do well, then that means that Nintendo will be, who knows, maybe they will go to Square Enix, like you've once said already. And because Square and Nintendo, they have a great relationship, or at least I want to say they have a great relationship. But you
I
know
think they do, yeah, because they have some games like they released the Final Fantasy Theat Rhythm. I think that's how you pronounce that. They released that on 3DS, and that was I think it sold pretty decently, which is surprising for just like a rhythm game. Um, but yeah, I think I think this game is actually going to sell really well because it's brand new Mario. It's a Mario game unlike any Mario game ever released, and so that's exciting. You know,
it is.
if I had a Switch, I'd be right there with you and saying, yeah, I'm gonna get this game, and I probably will get this game when I do get a Switch.
Yeah.
You know,
And
when they
it's
really whenever they announce Metroid Prime 4.
but of course, yeah, exactly. Yeah, we still. Hey, we'll save that discussion for tomorrow,
If
because
they announce a new Metroid, you need to have me on. I'm just
There you
gonna
go.
be screaming.
But I do wanna bring this to a close, because I don't want to keep us long here, because I'm pretty sure the other members have something to say, and there's gonna be more to say once the live tree house goes through, and the more days we go through E3, I'm pretty sure they're gonna show more, so there'll definitely be way more to talk about this game. But I'll leave it for here for now. Do you have anything you wanna? Do you have any channels, or your Twitch is still running?
Yeah, I actually am really thinking about getting back into streaming soon because I just upgraded my PC a lot.
Well, then go
So you
ahead.
can find me at twitch.tv/TheLegendofGroose. And then you'll have, once you get there, there's links to all of my other stuff, my Twitter that I kind of use. I really just like to retweet stuff though. But yeah, this game is going to be exciting. And I also one thing I'll say is that it's actually really nice, the release date. The release date
Yeah.
is really nice. It's only a couple more months, and I think it's really good that they like waited completely to show us anything about this game
Yeah.
because it makes it a lot more hype. Bethesda did that with like Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 ended up selling really well because of that.
and that's definitely something I wanted to get into. But I'm gonna, like I said, I want to save it because I know like I'm gonna want to speak about this about so many things, especially like release dates. Like it's amazing how it's coming out to be. But like I said, I'm gonna save that for tomorrow because tomorrow's gonna be epic. And I'm gonna plug this in for Nintendo. But tomorrow it is the E3 presentation for Nintendo, and you can find that on YouTube or the Nintendo's E3 channel, a website. I'm sorry. But that is it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and hopefully, you guys, if you guys like more E3 news, especially from Nintendo, make sure to subscribe, and so we can keep you guys up to date. Thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you so much to Legend of Groose for showing up in this little segment. But you guys have a great day.
Yep. See ya.